Welcome to Yeshiva Daf. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf Pei Beis. We're starting in the Mishnah Daf Pei Aleph and Beis in the bottom. The Mishnah says Hagoynev is a kosva or a kasve. It's like not 100% clear, the exact lashon of what it is, but how you say it, it's actually a kasvo. So kasvo means it's a klishoris that was in the Mishkan, klishoris which is in the Mishkan. And someone who steals that, or hamikalil b'koisim, he does a klala using a name of a koisim, which is some kind of a wizard or sorcery. We'll see when we get to the Gemara. I won't explain right away. Someone has a relationship with a woman who's not Jewish. Kanoim poigim boy. So he doesn't die by Bezdin. He dies by kanoim. He dies by having somebody who was a kanoi, who was zealous, and he goes and he kills him. Kohen sheshimesh betumo. You have a kohen who did avoid betumo. Einich of a kohenim b'yu to the basin. Don't bring it to basin. Ele pirchi kehunum vitzimot yechus la'azor. V'chikuna take him out of azor. U'mefatzim es moichoi b'gzirim. And they go and they blow up his brain with gzirim, with pieces of wood. Interesting ma'alach that you do the Kohen as if it's like a tiny on him. It's similar to a kanoi poigim boy to a certain degree, as some explain. The idea is that there's like a claim against him. What are you doing in the being a Tom in Beis Hamikdash? Zah sheshimish b'mikdash. If you have a person who's not a Kohen in Hamikdash, he was working in the Mikdash. He gets chenek. Doesn't get chenek, and this the Gemara is going to explain in the next stuff. Says the Gemara, my kasve, what is that? Omar Yehuda klishoris. Klishoris. Chenoimer ves ksavois hanosech. Right? So it says the one of the kelim that we're speaking about in the Beis Hamikdash is part of the shulchan. You have different items of the shulchan, and the ksavois hanosech is like a separation between the breads, and that's what we're talking about. When does it say that someone, where's the remez? They have miso over there. Because it says, now, Pashup Shah, the Pasuk is that we talk about the Levim. The Levim should not see when the Koyanim are preparing the Mishkan to be moved. But the draw shows over here is, stealing the Kodesh. Someone who steals the Kodesh, v'meso. That's the draw show. What is that? Meaning, Koisem is some kind of a wizard, saying the wizard will hit the one who created the wizard, meaning Klapi Mal, towards Hashem. So says the Gemara, Rabbanu Vitim Rabbamayam Yakeh Koisem Loi Ulekoinoi Ulemaknoi. So what Rashi explains, the second way to say it, he's cursing a friend, and he says the Koisim, this wizard, will hit him, and he's going to hit him and his Koinoi, Mishrakush Bochu, Koinish Shemayim V'aretz, who is maked the Shemayim V'aretz to the breeze. So it's not the way it is. Not that he's called directly to Hashem, called his friend together with Hashem. Two different ways to understand it, and Yesh lying into it exactly to the Kudas Hamochlekes. Something about Boy Ramas. Someone has relationship with the Ramas. Spoken here of Kahanim Rav, the Pebei Samudalef. What happens if Kanoim do not hurt him? In Shir Rav Legomer. So Rav forgot his learning, and he did not know the answer. He had a dream. They gave him a pasuk. What was the pasuk? Bogdo Yehudo v'toeivo ne'eseso b'Yisrael u'Yerushalayim. So Yehuda Shlein, they did something wrong. Ki chilel Yehuda kodesh Hashem asher oev ubal bas el necho. Right? So there was the pasuk says that Yehuda did something wrong, and he, with a list of things. Yehuda kodesh Hashem, bal bas necho. That's what it says. So also Amalei, so went of Kahano and told Rav, how can I remember that this is what they told me in Israel. They told me in my dream. Hat Kiri Rav Legami. So Rav remembered his Gemara. He knew he was a drush in this pasuk. What was the drush? But the Yehuda Zuv is Kachali. That's what it is. Chen Oimer Kien Bagadatim Bi Beis Yisrael Nu Mashem. We speak about the Zohar. It says Lashon Gido, Lashon of a rebelling, of cheating. V'to'evo nezes of Yisrael v'Yushalayim is a mishkav zoch. That's to'evo. Chinu oimer zochel tishkav mishkav yisho to'evo hi. Ki chilu Yehuda kodesh Hashem. Yehuda is mechal kodesh. Su zoino. That is zoino. Chinu oimer lo yekodesh Lashon kodesh. U'ba'al v'asenin necho za'abo l'kusis. So list of bad things they did. Avodah Zarah, Mishkav Zachor, Zoino, and Beilu with a goy. Ksiv Atrei Achres Hashem Leish Asher Yaseno Voino Melu Yaakov Megish Mincha Lashem Tzavah Kois. He takes away our Voino and Megish Mincha. What is it? He won't have any descendants that will be able to deal with Talmidim being Talmid Chacham. Meaning that a person who is brought as Nechor and he wasn't killed by the Kanoim, he has different punishment. His children will now be Talmid Chachamim, or Koyanim is going to lose his godless that he has. Anybody who has a relation with the Kusis kill mischatem as if he has marriage with the Avodah Zarah. He has a relation with the daughter of El Nechor, which means an idol. Does the idol have a bas? Relation with the kusis. Says the more now, by the way, after we mentioned that, so we mentioned the thing about Yokim was Melech Yisrael. He did Avodah Zarah a terrible way. It says we're going to learn later in Perek Chelik. He put Avodah Zarah on his Amma. That's what he put Avodah Zarah. So it's a different level of Avodah Zarah. So on his skull it said Zois Void Acheres. He died, and there'll be something else. Now the Gemara says the story. Skeinu dera predo Ashkachu Gulgalto Tavishati B'Shar Yerushalayim. So the grandfather of Predo, he sees a skull in the entrance to Yerushalayim. Kasuva lawyer who said in it, Zois Void Acheres says this and something else. Kavra v'Adar Novuk. Kavra v'Adar Novuk. He buried it, and it stuck out. Every time he buried the skull, the skull jumped out. Homai Gulgal Shoyokim Dichti B'Kfurs Chamor Yikover Socher v'Ashter Mehal Shar Yerushalayim. Says this is the Gulgal of Yokim. There I found it to Shar Yerushalayim. It says we'll be next to Shar Yerushalayim. It says Kfurs Chamor. Kfurs Chamor over here means that it's outside the street, like a donkey that has in the street. It says, listen, at the end of the day, he was a king. He was a king of Am Yisrael. So even though it was a big choite, but to go and just let him be sticky here in the street, it's not wrong. So Shaklo Korcha B'Shua, he took him and put him into cloth. He put him in a box. His wife comes. Chaziso, she's the skull that her husband is keeping in a box. So she went to her neighbor. The first mistake, the biggest mistake all the women do, they say what happened in the house to the neighbor. And the Gemara, we have it many times. So the neighbor says, I know what this skull is. This is his first wife. And he still loves her. He can't forget about her. So he keeps her skull. So the second wife wasn't very happy about that. Shagai lit the tanura. She lit the oven. The kalto, and she burned the skull. Also, when he came back, he found out, that's the Zois. He was going to be buried. In a way, his burial won't catch on. It's going to be Kfurs Chamor, and he will be burned eventually. So Yoakim, that was the curse. So that is of Chia Bar Avuyo that told us the second drush. Says the Gemara, Ki also of Dimi Oma Beis Dimi Shechashmonoi Gozru. There was a Gzein of Beis Dimi of Chashmonoi. Habal Kusi, some of the Lesh Kusi is Chayo Valeo Mishum Nashgo. Ki also Rabin Omar Mishum Nashgaz. So 4 Averas they use Oiver, they use Gzeir, they treat that way. What is Nashgo and Nashgaz? Gemara explains. Nido. He says if he's Oiver Nido. Rashi learned, the Pshat is, if you look at Rashi, Apopi Shedam Kusis Kedam Beimo Mikol Mius Echil Dish Lashemo. So Rashi learns she's actually a nida. Talking about a goyo who's a nida. He gets punished for her being a nida, even though she's not chayav a nidus. Other Rishonim learn even if she's not a nida, we treat her like a nida. Shifcha. So you goes on her as a shifcha. That because Am Yisrael is considered to be like a gvir, is considered to be a shifcha. Goya, meaning you have an issue of leishis chatem behem, even though that's talking about shivas alamim, we treat like this to all the goyim. And zoyna, and you give her a din of a zoyna, that's not shgas. That's the second one we call as a zoyna. For a koyin, because a zoyna, etc. Aval, that's what Taisa says. The zoyna is if he's a koyin. Now, what's the first mandamah? It's a nashga with the aleph. What's the aleph? Change the zoyna. Eishes ish. So what does it mean eishes ish? So Rashi says not a real eishes ish because you don't have kiddushin, but we treat her as eishes ish, right? The second mandamah says we don't give eishes ish. Why? Aval mishum issues leislo. They don't have a din of issues because there's no marriage. If you're doing a shai v'dal mafker, there's such a thing of marriage by goyim, even though maybe it's not a real issue for Am Yisrael. So that's part of the example that he needs to not be with a woman who's married. So we punish him as if he's eishes ish, even though she's not a real eishes ish. That's what we have. So basically, he added isurim to a balakusis. But for the ikar din, balakusis doesn't have a din deraisa, and you have a din only a kanoim poigim boy, as you said there. And we'll talk about in the Shulchan Aruch Nadav, this idea of kanoim poigim boy is specifically by a boiler rabbis. Just to mention before we go on, that there is machlekes rishonim, a few machlekes rishonim regarding a few details about boiler rabbis. First of all, there's a machlekes rishonim. Is it apply only to a Jew with a goy, with a woman goya, or also for a woman with a goy? Does it apply to both? It's a machlekes in the Rishonim, discussion in the Rishonim. In addition, there's a discussion in the Rishonim, is it only before Hesya that kanoim poigim boy, or always kanoim poigim boy? So think about there's different shittas in the Rishonim here today. Shulchan Aruch brings many of them. So different shittas, what exactly is the level of kanoim poigim boy and where does it apply? Says now the Gemara goes on to the story of Zimri, of Pinchas and Zimri. Says the Gemara, so first of all, if a person comes and says, can I go and kill this person who's having be'ilo with a goy? Is that with a goysa? You don't say you're allowed to do it. That's what's called kanoim. Has to be a kanoim, it comes from his own. If Zimri would stop the be'ilo, and what's the story of Pinchas? Pinchas sees Zimri doing a be'ilo with Kozvi Basur, and he goes and he kills him. Says the Gemara, but if Zimri would stop for a moment his be'ilo, Pinchas can't kill him. He can kill him only doing the act. If he would kill him, he'd be punished for him. Now, therefore, Zimri v'orgel Pinchas, if Zimri would turn around and call Pinchas, ain't ergel, shari reidifu. He's a reidif. Without going into all the lumdus of the achreinim over here, because the question is whether someone else could kill Pinchas or not, and many hold they can't. If someone comes to kill you, you can protect yourself. So because there's no din here based in killing, it's just a kanoim poigim boy, Zimri can turn around and kill Pinchas. So the Gemara says, brings their story now. So Moshe is telling everybody has to kill people. Go the people when they did the Avera. So goes the Shimon to Zimri. They're killing Am Yisrael. You quiet? Ma'aso. Allah the kibbutz chadal Am Yisrael. He went and gathered 24,000 people for Am Yisrael. Went to Kizbi, the daughter of the king. Amalei Shamali, he says, let's have a relationship. Amalei Bas Melechani, I'm the daughter of the king. My father told me, listen only to, you can be only with number one. In other words, with Moshe Rabbeinu. I'm also, he says, I'm a gadol. I'm the Nasi Sheva of Shimon. You should know Moshe Rabbeinu, who's the head of the Levim. That's the third Shevet. I'm Shimon, the second Shevet. He caught her, took her in with her hair. Went to Moshe Rabbeinu. He said, can I be with this woman? If not, are you with the daughter of Yisro? She was also not Jewish, even though there was a gay risk, there was not a taino. Moshe did not know what to do that moment. You know what's the halacha regarding boiler rocks? Go, everybody was crying. What a terrible scene. What did Pinchas saw? What did he see? He remembered, he saw the story, he said, oh, I remember. The father of the brother of my grandfather, meaning Pinchas is the grandson of Aaron. Moshe Rabbeinu is his great uncle. He said, my great uncle. Didn't he teach you when he came down from Sinai how boil aram is kanoi poigi boy? Boil aram is a kanoi could kill him. The one who says the Shmuel should bring to want to execute it. You're the one who remember the Shmuel. Go implement it. The Shmuel what Shmuel says, what he saw, can't go against Hashem, meaning Hashem and Cholkim Komer L'Rav. It's Chil Hashem, you don't give cover to the Rav. So in other words, Pinchas saw that Moshe doesn't know what to do, so even though you usually don't do a Rav with Fnei Rabbi, but here you would do it. He sees that it's a cause of Vashas. So either Moshe Rabbeinu told to do it or he did it on his own. That's the Chor of the Machlekes. So Pinchas gets up, he takes a spear. He had to go take his weapon, but she didn't have the weapon. We want to speak to Moshe Rabbeinu. So he took out the blade and he left only the handle. He put it into his pants. So he used the wood, the handle. It was a wood. The handle of the weapon as a cane. When he comes to Shimon, says, I don't understand why am I greater than you guys? If you can do Averis, I can do Averis too. I'm not bigger, I'm not greater than you. He said, let him go. He's also going to do his strochim, which he's also going to do his nus. He pushes it over, and they say, oh, amazing, look at that. Even Pinchas, a big tzaddik, is going to do Averis. So 6 miracles happened to Pinchas at that moment. Zimri should have stopped the beil when he saw Pinchas coming in with his sword. He didn't. Zimri should have screamed, call his people. He took the spear and he stuck it in right through the avarim of the male and female. Why? To show everybody, he went out and he showed everybody they were in the middle of Beil. So he's allowed to kill them. It's kanoi poigi boy. And also that they stayed intact and they didn't fall off. And again, we were not able to show it. Then Malach picked up the mashka, so he was able to pick them up, the doorpost. And then there was a Malach that caused the nation to die, so they weren't so focused on what Pinchas was doing. He took these two, the Zimri and Cosby, put it in front of Hashem. For this, 24,000 people will die. In other words, he had a kindness, so to speak, against the Kosh Big Shemachel Ashur is a dog for him. So Shemachel wanted to push him away. In other words, he wants to punish him. Let him be. Kanoi ben Kanoyu. Meshu Chemo ben Meshu Chemo. He is a Kanoi, the son of Kanoi. Rashi says that he's the son of Levi, come from Levi, who went against Dino, and he brings out the Chemo. He's the son of Aaron and Kohen, took away the grace of Korach. Hitchilu Shvatim Mevazim Oisei. So Shvatim started disgracing him. Look at this person. His grandfather was Yisroi, because that's the war goes on, the cheshbon, that his grandfather, he came from Yisroi as well. So look, his grandfather was doing it for the Zar, and he goes and kills. The Torah came and gave him Yichus. Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron HaKohen. He has the Yichus to Aaron. Give him the gift of peace. It's going to be bris kunas oilam, goes forever this bris of Pinchas, the big reward that Pinchas got. So the Muhammad, I'm not going around my dictive, Zarzir Musnaim Oi Taish Umelech Elukimimoi. That's what it says in the Pasuk. Lu, hard Pasuk to read in Mishlei. So he said like this: there was 424 be'ilos that he did that day. That's the gematria of the word zarzir. Zarzir is 424. So Zimri did 424 be'ilos. Pinchas was waiting for him to become weak. He didn't know, Zimri, that with Pinchas he had Hashem with him. Masidatano Shishim, he didn't do 424 but 60. Shenasa Kibetzo Muzeres. Rashi says with basically Muzeres, what it means that his Beitzim became very mixed up inside. She was as if like a garden full of water because of all the beils. Omar Avkanu Mishavu Beisel. The seeing was Beisel. Tanya Resiv Kever Shulo Amo, the size of her kever, meaning her opening of a rechem, the size of Hamo. That different ways, different yonim, each one has a imik and three moimik, which we're not going into. Allah show you look Cosby Shmo, her name was not Cosby. Ella Shvila Noi, that's her name. Bat Sur Shmo. How many Kashma Cosby? Shekizva Be'avi. Her father told her you could be only with Moshe Rabbeinu, and she went to be with Zimri. Torah Cosby Shmo La'avi. Meaning, you'll be able to kill Am Yisrael by me doing this Avera. There's an expression that people say, Kani is different types of reeds. So between the reeds, it's a place of a yichud. Shvilinoi, my boy, what is Shvilinoi doing? She's doing znus. Different reeds or bushes. Shilvinoi, my boy, what she's doing over there, Gafto, Gafto means she's doing a bad name for her mother because when a woman does his nose, you call her Zoina Bas Zoina. So it's expression to say that she was, that's the one. He has 5 names. Who has 5 names? The Zimri. His name is Zimri, Uben Solu, Vishaul, Uben Akranis, Veshlumin bin Tsui Shadim. You know, he was the Yeshiva Shimon. So he has all these names. Zimri al Shenesah Kebeitza Muzeres. We said before, his Beitzim became mixed up inside. Ben Tzalu al Sheisli Avoynish Mishpachta, which means it will be remembered. His avoidance of his Mishpacha will be remembered forever. Shaul al Sheishil Atzma V'Avera, he lent himself to do an Avera. Ben Aknanis al Sheoso Maiseknan. He did Maiseknan with his nose. Umashmoy, what is his real name? Shmuel ben Tzuri Shaddai Shmoy. Same as Shmuel ben Tzuri Shaddai, and this is the end of the Agato regarding Pinchas. That's it. So obviously a lot to speak about. We'll be the Shem and the Shomach Shem. We'll talk about one Indian regarding Kanoi Pointy Boy. We'll explain a lot of the details of the case over here about Pinchas. So about Kohen Shishim from Betumo. So the Mishnah said that if a Kohen is Mishar Betumo, so his brothers take him out and they open his brain with wood. If you have a Kohen didn't avoid them based on English betumah, does he chayim mitzvah v'dei shamayim? Only Teretuah says in our Mishnah, Kohen shishin betumah ein echad l'kohen v'viyu to the basin. Don't bring it to basin. El apiri kunim mutzim oto chutz l'azor. Take him out of the azor. Upoitzim his moichoy to damage his brain. Big zimri. If he's going to die v'dei shamayim, if he's going to die v'dei shamayim, lishav kohen delikto v'dei shamayim. Let a Kosh take care of him. So the more elamai, you chayav. What is not chayav? Me kamidach one a patri v'ani nukva niktule. What is this not chayav means? You're going to kill him? So v'loy v'adam mishalok v'shana v'ezi machnisu to l'kipo. We learned, right, in the yesterday's daf, that someone who didn't got malchus twice, he goes into a kippah. Rechwana patri v'ani katlina. Rechwana says he doesn't chayav means and you would kill him. Hama v'yibu ha'mishlokish v'malchus shekrisis askinon. The Gabra by Katlo, as we learned yesterday's daf. There we're talking about a case, he's chayav, it's chayav kares. So you said, then we just make it a little quicker. There is miss over there. So more by us, if it's not chayav miss, how do you kill him? Something more about Goinev is a kaso, the Miklisharis. So here we say that you kill him. As we said, if we begin the daf today, the pasuk says the meso is a remez that you do kill him. So we do have a remez in the Torah to kill him. The important next part of the Mishnah that says that someone who curses klapimalo with a wizard. We're talking about that he says he's hitting HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The mixing of Avodas Hashem. That's part of Avodas Hashem that you do kill him. You do find miso over there. What about boiler ramis? How do you kill him with the Torah says you don't kill him? That's the beginning of the daf. We saw Rav Kahana had the pasuk. They learned from the pasuk that you can kill him. So there's a remez in the Torah that you do kill him. So in other words, the Gemara says you can't just kill somebody. I don't have any basis to kill him. Says the Gemara. I have a question. Now we're going to go through some avodas. Hayotzek is someone who puts oil on the mincha. V'aboilel is one who mixes with oil. V'apoises is after you bake the mincha, you put it into small pieces. You cut it. Hamuleh, putting salt. Hameiniv does trufo. Hamegish brings it next to the mizbech. V'amesader is the shulchan, arranges the shulchan. V'ameitiv is the neighbors, the candles, Beis Hamikdash. V'akoyimit does kmitza. V'amikabel domim, we accept blood. And all this is done when? B'chutz. Outside Beis Hamikdash. In all the cases, he is potter. Vein chayavim alem, he is potter. And he's not chayav. Why? Look at, before we go on to the next one, just look at the Rashi. He's potter, the lechiv, Rashi donut. To lechiv karetz el sheichet. Dichtiv asher yishchat umale. Dichtiv asher yal oil. Karetz, we find only by sheichet umale outside. The zoyrik, Rashi says as well. And we have a special pasuk. But these, all the ones we mentioned over here, we don't have it. So you didn't have let me not begin with Aleph. Loi mishum zarus. If a zar did any one of these malachais, he's about to look at Rashi. Rashi says, why? Zar shosechal ne'pignim menachem yisod. The nav comes to the yumo. Me'avadim avoidas matono. For the shin avoidah tam avula avoidah sheshachei avoidah. Has to be an end avoidah. And not avoidah which is in the middle of the process. Rashi goes on to explain how all the list that we mentioned is an avoidah which is not the last avoidah. This avoidah is after it. So not zarus. There's no tumah in that case. Rashi says, why? The zarus v'shir betum mechad kor nafka. You learn both of the same thing. So therefore, because you don't have it in zarus, you don't have it in tum. If the kohen did it without clothing, he also doesn't have any issue. Why? Because you learn from zarus, as Rashi says. If he didn't wash his hands and his legs, also he's not going to have any issue. Why? Rashi says, the you learn from mechutz of godim. So all these cases that we just mentioned, you don't have any, a person did it outside, or any one of these things that we said, zar, tumah, this, the din is, you're not chayav, there's no chiyuv over there. Mashma ha-mikater chayav. Mashma, someone did a k'torah, he is chayav. Right? Because it's avodah shenach avodah. What is he chayav? The chor is chayav miso. So going back, the Gemara asks, kohen shishir betumah. Is it chayav miso or not? So the chor is chayav, my love miso. So you see, you asked the question, chayav miso, chor raya v'yodi chayav miso. Says the Gemara, loy, be'azor. What you have is, he's over Allah. He gets malchus. Says the Gemara, lazar, nami lazarus. So you want to tell me that also by azar, because it says, we had a whole list of things that you don't have by a kohen betumah, you don't have by azar. Mashma, whatever's down the list, you have by a kohen betumah, you have by azar. You want to tell us regarding a lav. So you want to tell me azar is by lav too? Hakadabi v'achtiva azar akorev yumus. It says clearly that zar gets miso. So well, no, hakadi so. No, it could be. We said a list of things. You have nothing. Not a zar, not a kohen. Now there are whatever's down the list. Some of them you have a lav. That's a kohen betumah. And some of them you have miso, like a zar. No, not necessarily have a ra. So the Gemara Michlal. So you want to tell you, so whatever's on the list doesn't have anything. Because you want to say whatever's not on the list is only a lav. So whatever's on the list is not even a lav. So putting the oil and mixing it is not a lav. How do you know the it says clearly a lav, and we learn from this lav that you're not allowed to pour the oil and mix it. So the Gemara Mikra Midrabanon. The cross No. It's only din derabbanan. Cross off the bound. Says more that Macy big more Bryce of Elun Shivim Miso Tomish Shimish. Says clearly that some Tomish Shimish is Miso. It's more to you. Right, that's it. We learned. So more asks the question. Someone who's Mishavish Miso, is he Chayim Miso with Ishmael or not? So me one to say no, he's not Chayim with Ishmael. It's our Mishnah says that you kill him. So more we had a problem with that. It says, how can you kill him? He has no Miso with Ishmael. That was question number one. Then the morning brought a brisa that says there's a list of things you have nothing. Mashma, that if he did a Ketara, he is Chayim Miso. So well, maybe it's only a lav. Or went back and forth, and we're about to finish the brisa is Chayim Miso. So we have Chayim Miso with Ishmael. And in addition, also, his brothers can go and kill him, type of kinna, as we mentioned at the beginning of this year. We'll stop over here and continue Beis Hashem from here this evening.